Hey, welcome back. Tony here. All right, here we go. So many investors again. Tony, how do I find the deals? Now, the answer is I've got a total of 16 tactics that we personally use in order to find and acquire mobile home parks all over the country. With that said, we land at tactic number 12. This is a big one. Definitely we'll pay attention on all of them, but this is a really good one. There's hardly any investors out there that are utilizing this approach. Here I am sharing it, so I guess time is of the essence now. Mobile home park dealerships. This is huge. Let me ask you, what do most people do if they want to look for a mobile home park? They Google, they land on one of the main sites, mobile home park store. There's very few. I see every single day there's fewer and fewer parks that are on there. People are acquiring the deals. LoopNet is another big one. You can also find parks on Craigslist, but to find the gold mines, the 15% cap rate, the 20% cap rate, you need to find the off-market deals. You need to develop a whole entire unique approach, and this is a great one, is mobile home park dealerships. All right, so there's a total of 3,200 dealerships. I've got my spreadsheets. If you're interested in them, let me know. I'm selling them for the first time. 3,200 dealerships across the US. That's a lot when you think about it. Now, where to begin? So as you can see on the right side, the states, they're not in order, but this is essentially how many dealerships are in each one of those states that we have. And again, if you're interested in a certain state or 3 states or 5 states, reach out to me. Number one is, where do you begin? Which state? Well, what I would do is number one, I've got a document I can share with you, and it's called market cap rates. So number one, you want to invest in states that are landlord friendly. You don't want to invest in states that are tenant friendly and you're not able to evict them. Okay. Number two, you want to invest in states that do not have rent control. If you invest in parts of California, rent control, let's just say that the lot rent's $350, $400 and it's a rent control and you're not able to raise the rent. Now, as you well know, inflation's it's a bear and it's happening everywhere. It's the government's trying to mask it, but it's here and we have it. Now, if your water bills are going up on a cost per gallon and your trash and sewer are going up, but you're not able to raise the rents to keep pace with inflation and or even what your overhead is, that's when you get backed into a corner and you lose the deal. So those are the number one things that you want to look out for. I found that personally the best states are the states in the Bible Belt area. They carry a higher cap rate than other states do as well. And again, if I've got my personal spreadsheets, if you want to definitely collapse timeframes and take my information that I have honestly over 10,000 hours on, that's probably the fastest way to do it. Number three, or you go online and just go to your man Google and start researching. Maybe you do mobile home park dealerships in XYZ city. Yes, you're going to find it. But again, it's what's the value of your time and how much time is it going to take you? Okay, so again, reach out to me. I don't want to beat a dead horse on this one. So let's just get right into it. What you want to do when you reach out to dealerships is you want to get in their mind, get in their mindset. That's what I always like to do first is how do you remove yourself completely from the picture and think about where they're at. Now, we're also going to be talking about mobile home park transporters and suppliers and the other tactics. Now, this is a bit different approach as opposed to dealerships. Here's why. Dealerships, it's a bit more personal, meaning that they have $50,000 and $100,000 homes on their lots. It's more of an entrepreneur, if you will, that maybe is the owner there and or the manager. So you're going to have a higher level individuals. It's going to be a nicer office inside. So again, you're going to take a completely different approach. Second, people invest with people that they know, they like, and they trust. What you want to do, again, is find a way to position yourself to, number three, create a relationship with them. That's really what it's about. The way to become successful is, again, what are you going to do to set yourself apart from the competition? And again, I don't think there's hardly any investors out there that are doing this, just simply because you need to build it out. It takes a little bit of time. And I think it was Jim Rohn or Zig Ziglar that said, what's easy to do is just as easy not to do. And that's true. If you're interested in taking down deals, in growing and getting to 500 units, 1,000 units, take a different approach, lean into it, fight the resistance, get up a half an hour earlier if you have to, and build your company. Don't work in it. Number 4, ask them if it'd be okay. So this is after you've created a relationship. Maybe you had a phone call with them. Ask them if it'd be okay if you put up a few business cards or flyers or magnets. Maybe you do like a small calendar you can get on Vistaprint, and you build out we buy deals. And then ultimately what you're going to do is you're going to give them a referral if they refer you somebody or somebody takes that card inside their office. So again, this is what's going back to adding value to them. Now, and again, we just kind of discussed that. That's when you're going to start with the referral. So you've got the relationship, you've got the know, the like, the trust, and then now you build in, hey, I want to add value to you. Yes, we're a local mom and pop. We're looking for deals and looking to take down a few more parks. Now, to attach that referral to that business card, postcard, or flyer, what you want to do is you want to build out something on the back. Maybe you put the name of their company, or maybe you put the manager. And when somebody calls you, hey, can you tell me where you found the card? And by chance, do you have the manager's last name or first name on the back of the card? So that's how you attach it. Now, mind you, you may reach out to 20 or 30 different dealerships to create a relationship. So you want a way to be able to again attach that individual's name to that postcard and or flyer. And then again, you're gonna, when you speak to them, hey, can you let me know what that individual's name was. Now, investment, I love the heck out of Vistaprint for some reason. I don't know. It's just maybe they operate on just such a higher scale. The shipping's fast. Sign up for their emails and their alerts, and I literally don't buy anything from them until I get a 50% off coupon. And they send them like pretty much every single month. You're going to get 25% off coupons every single day. I haven't found another place. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. They're just the best, and I want to serve you and teach you what I learned and what I do. Postcards, like literally business cards, $10, honestly. And then what you do is, say you only order a few hundred of them, Vistaprint's going to upsell you on the back end, and they're going to say, well, for the next 2 or 3 minutes, you can buy this. So I usually take those upsells because they're pretty much half off. So I'll strategically buy less, and on the back end, once you order, I'll buy more. And again, it's going to be more of a time investment. What I'm going to teach you in the future tactics, it's going to be different when it comes to a mobile home park supplier. A supplier is going to be more like a giant hardware store, not as professional, not to say that it's not going to be, but it's simply a different environment. You might want to take a different approach. Okay, so what I want to give to you is I'm going to give you my personal templates as well. So you're going to have those in the download section. And again, if you haven't purchased my cheat sheet, I've got a digital version for $7. I literally have probably close to 100 forums on there, a ton of tutorial and a ton of help videos as well. I've got the physical box that I can send you. I mean, it's got everything in it from my book, the handbook, guide to market cheat sheets. It's literally packed full of information for $47. So if you haven't acquired that, that's definitely a phenomenal investment. But again, back to this, you're going to have these downloads. So when you reach out to a dealership, I don't think the best approach at the beginning is to send them a postcard or, again, hey, me. And again, that's boring. People don't care about that. What you want to do, either have your virtual assistant call them, make sure that the number's good and they haven't changed their number. That's probably the first thing that I would do. And again, we're going to get into that in a moment. But I'd send them a follow-up letter. It's a bit more intimate. It's a bit more personal. I don't think I'd do a yellow letter. That's a little bit salesy. I just have a personal letter, reach out to them. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time today. And then maybe you build into what your referral program is, and then you ask them if it's okay if you send a stack of postcards. Now, hopefully you're going to have a good success rate that they actually do put the postcards up for you. Or another approach is, say you're looking for parks and you are blessed to have deals in your own backyard. Maybe you reach out to them and you go in there, and there's nothing that beats a face-to-face. I think this is a great strategy when you're out in the market and you're looking for deals. Have a couple, just have manila envelopes, have your game plan ready to go, set a goal to reach out to 10 dealerships, 10 suppliers, 10 transporters, and add value to them and see if it's okay if you have your information in their store. And again, you're adding value to them, so why would somebody not want a $2,500 no hassle referral? Competition, we covered that. Again, very little to nobody are really utilizing this approach. Most people do the easiest thing to do. What's the easiest thing to do? It's to come home from work, you have dinner, put your feet up on the couch, turn on the TV, troll online, and look for deals. So again, that's what most people are doing. I don't see a whole lot of really tenacious investors that are literally building out their marketing platform. And let me tell you, we had a point to where there was probably close to 100 deals in the pipeline, so many deals that I had to create an entire unique strategy on how to assess those deals quickly and efficiently. So by you using and implementing these 16 tactics, even if you only use half of them, think about that. That's 8 different ways that you can go about on finding and acquiring deals. 80-20, we seem to talk about this in every single approach, every single tactic, every single lever. Focus on leverage. Have the VA give the dealership a call and just simply confirm that it's the correct address and or phone number. Now, we covered that in the spreadsheets a few modules ago, and let's just say that the number's bad. Have them pull up your Excel spreadsheet and have them put the number in red. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log on to Google and type in that dealership and confirm if there's a different or new number. Now, this right here, this may take 5 to 10 minutes, but what's the investment between having one of your virtual team members and or yourself doing it? It would literally be brain damage if you took the time to do all of this. The key is to focus on leverage. Once you have good phone numbers, good addresses, and you know that they haven't moved, then you do the 20. The 20% is going to be your greatest results. Maybe you do the calling once you know all the information's correct. And again, completely basic. Hey, can you tell me what time you're open until? Open till 6 today, which is kind of irrelevant, but it's just call it a boilerplate or setting the table type of question because you know that they're going to answer it. Okay, are you still located at 426 XYZ city? Oh, yes, we are. So then you're going to have your virtual team member highlight that address green, and then now you're ready for number 1, a phone call and an immediate follow-up letter. Focus on the 20. Now you've got the contact number, you can build out your introduction call, and here's the thing is, number 1, figure out what state you want to look for deals, okay? Number 2, figure out the areas that you want to look for deals. We're going to get into other videos where we're talking about the metros and the area, but say you're looking for a park within, I'm just going to say, for example, like Lexington, Kentucky. What you want to do is you want to find every single dealership around that area. So what you're doing is you're building out multiple facets, levers, and avenues in order to find deals. So not only are you talking to mom and pop owners, you're talking to actual realtors, you're talking to brokers, you're talking to dealerships, suppliers, transporters. So you're focusing all your energy and your effort in that one area. That's the way that you find the deals. And again, this may work better if you call with virtual team members, if they're virtual out of the country, a bit more of a language barrier, and then also completely different time zone. You may want to, I know I sound completely different than somebody that may live in Kentucky or in the South. So maybe what you want to do is you want to hire a virtual assistant. You can go on Upwork. That's a really great site. Hire a virtual assistant that lives in Kentucky. So then again, you're not going to have such a huge, just call it Southern draw, or just all of our just language barriers, if you will. And again, maybe the whole task is to have them call 100 dealerships, make sure you got the right phone number and the right address, and then essentially it's task complete. Okay, and we pretty much covered, if you're going to call 50 dealerships, have your domestic VA do it, set the introduction call, and just make sure that you've got the proper information. What I like to do is I like to listen in on certain calls, maybe every few calls, maybe once a week, to just really make sure that they have the correct calling script. So again, by you doing this, you're going to test, refine, and repeat your process, allowing you to be more successful on all your tactics. So next step, immediately follow up. Again, there's a lot of good yellow letter companies out there. What you can do is you can handwrite a letter yourself, or there's a website that I personally use. It's called Postal Methods. And what you do is all you're going to do is you're going to type in that person's name, address, and information, and then you're just simply going to write the letter. You click send, and a third-party company mails it for you. It's probably about 90 cents per letter. If you add more credits, you can get a lower all-in cost. Now, taking it a step further, say that your VA is the one that calls them and just sets the table, opens up conversation. Have them take notes on the call. Find a place to keep all this information. You hear me talking about Basecamp all the time. I love Basecamp. I use the heck out of it. The cost has gone up a little bit though. It's like $90 or $99 a month. So you really need to have an efficient program set up before you invest close to $100 a month. I personally couldn't live without it. I've got hundreds upon hundreds of projects and just a ton of virtual team members that are all working on different tasks. So one thing you could do is go on Google Drive, create a notes and spreadsheet, and create a different state in Excel's, and then house the notes there. So then what you do is you'd either personally handwrite a letter with the notes that have been taken, and then just simply get that sent out to them. And the greatest thing about it is, to be successful, your follow-up is everything. Think about it. Even when you go to the doctor or you go anywhere for that matter, it makes you feel good when somebody calls you back. Like, you buy a vehicle or you buy a TV or just anything along those lines. Hey Tony, you know what? Just call. I just wanted to make sure you're good, make sure that everything's okay. It shows that you care. So again, I use Postal Methods. I can send this out in a matter of seconds. I could be traveling with the family in another state. I could be on the Oregon coast. I send this out on my iPhone. I click send. It immediately sends it to anybody that I want in the US. Okay, lessons learned. So let's see here. Make sure to have your website on the business card. I think this is huge. And again, I can help you with the website if you want. Just go to GoDaddy. You can even do a website that's clean and simple on GoDaddy. Super simple. Wix, W-I-X, that's another really good one as well. I just think that if you're going to be credible, if you want to be in this space, you want to be the real deal, at least have a website, something simple where they can look you up, see what you're about, see that you're the real deal, and you know what? You're looking for deals. You're looking for parks. You can also add that to your email signature when you're reaching out to brokers, when you're reaching out to realtors, I should say. It just gives you a whole new sense of credibility. And again, lesson, Dealerships, we're going to be getting into transporters and suppliers and other tactics as well, but it's a more professional environment. So what you don't want to do is, I wouldn't personally just start blasting them with postcards. I'd take a completely different approach. What I would do, again, call, make sure the number's correct. Once it's correct, call them personally or have a domestic assistant call them. After that, I'd immediately do a follow-up letter, okay? And then after that, maybe you wait 6 or 8 weeks and maybe you send them a more personalized postcard, something that it doesn't say their name on it, but just something strategic, something calculated where you can add value to them. And then maybe you wait a few more months, and then maybe you do another personal letter. And again, if you're only tracking 20 or 30 people, maybe it'd be a good investment to do a $10 Starbucks gift card. So you think about it. What's it worth to invest $10 to a dealership to really show that you're committed and you care? And think about it. Once they're going to be dealing with mobile home park owners all the time that are looking for homes. Hey, do you got any homes in the back of your lot? Or, the mobile home park owners are just bitching and they're like, you know what? I want to get rid of this park. Well, guess who they're going to think of? You're already going to have your cards in there, and it's literally, they're just, all they have to say is you know what? We got a friend of ours. He's got his cards over here. They're looking to buy a couple parks in the area, and there you go. And it really is that simple. Success, it's a relationship. To be successful, create relationships, add value to them. Maybe you send them out a letter, or maybe you have fellow investors that are looking to buy houses. Send an email to the manager, to the owner. Hey, Sam, you know what? One of my great friends was looking for a 16 by 70 foot mobile home. Might you have any in your lot? So what you're doing is you're acting as a connector, and you're getting them connected in. So you're adding value to them is what you're doing. And again, just focus on something more personal than a postcard, and you're going to be far more highly successful on building relationships with mobile home park dealerships.